Good evening. I'm Tiffany Kenny.
And I'm Felicia Rodriguez. Thank you for joining us. We have live team coverage tonight at 6. Our team of reporters are spanned out across our viewing area with a closer look at the cleanup efforts underway. Traffic anchor Yasmin Julmis will show us which areas you'll want to avoid.
Let's start with Chief Certified Meteorologist Chris Martinez. Chris, where are we seeing the biggest impacts right now? And more information about this EF-1 tornado.
Yeah, and we were watching this couplet earlier between, I'd say 10:40, 10:42 a.m. on the air with that tornado. We saw a really tight rotation couplet come out of a severe thunderstorm that was rolling through Hobe Sound. It quickly moved through EF-1 in Bridge Road and then got off into the coastal locations. It was on the ground very quickly, but it did pack a punch. 85 to 95 miles were the winds as far as the damage is concerned. So that's why you saw all those trees down, little structural damage again as we're getting that survey data in from the Weather Service. But the biggest impacts this afternoon and early evening will be across southern Palm Beach County and down towards Miami-Dade and Broward. If you have friends and family down towards that area, go ahead and check on them, because quite honestly, Weather Service is using life-threatening in their messaging when they're issuing these flash flood warnings for Broward and Miami-Dade, because excessive amounts of rainfall are coming down, especially across 595, I-75, out through that portion of Broward County. But our focus for tonight will be across Palm Beach County as rains continue from Belle Glade back out towards Boca Raton. Steady rain down towards Delray, Boca, Boynton Beach, and towards Lake Worth Beach as well, out towards the airport. So this is one of those evenings you want to stay indoors. And if you want to travel to the south, it's pretty much going to be a complete mess, as you'll hear from Yasmin in a little bit. It's going to take forever to get down to the south, not only with the flooding around, but nonstop rain and slick roads. That's what we're seeing up towards 95 and Donald Ross. Some light showers right now. It's starting to loosen up a little bit from the Gardens back towards Juneau and Tequesta. Martin County, we're seeing a little bit of a break in towards Indiantown. Also Hobe Sound, Jupiter Island, a little break there. Just some light sprinkles through Palm City and Stewart. And the rest of the Treasure Coast for St. Lucie and Indian River, most of us have been dry this afternoon. A little bit of lingering activity still ongoing out towards Okeechobee. So let me run the future track, and you can see as we run it through the early evening, there'll be some leftover scattered heavy downpours through about 8 o'clock. There's 8 o'clock running through northeastern Palm Beach County and Martin County. But the concern is still there as we head through the overnight, as another round is expected to develop across Palm Beach County and then down towards our south through Miami-Dade and Broward again, with the additional 3 inches possible on already saturated ground. So our flood threat, needless to say, remains high over the next 24 hours. We'll continue to watch the radar, have the newest models and the rest of your updated forecasts coming your way in just a few. Flea?
All right, Chris, thank you. We want to go back now to that breaking news. The National Weather Service confirming an EF-1 tornado did touch down today in Hobe Sound this morning. We want to send things over now to Ari Height.
He is live on Bridge Road in Gomez, where the National Weather Service is on scene as they have just surveyed the damage. Ari?
Yeah, and the National Weather Service tells me that they had a pretty good idea before they even got here that this was going to be some kind of a tornado. That's because they had seen all the videos, all the photographs from people who had been here, and then when they got here, just pretty much confirmed what they already suspected. And this is what they saw when they got here. Take a look. These enormous trees that are on Bridge Road here connecting Hobe Sound to Jupiter Island. You can see all the way down here, all of these trees that got knocked over. And here is a crazy statistic for you. The Martin County Sheriff's Office tells me that in the worst hurricanes that we've seen over the years, the most amount of trees they'd ever seen get knocked over on this road is 4. Today, they've seen 22 of these trees get knocked over. And the National Weather Service tells me the way they were knocked over, that was part of the evidence that convinced them that this was, in fact, a tornado.
It takes a lot for us to determine whether it was a tornado or straight line wind damage, but we look at the health of the trees, what exactly was damaged on the trees, whether they were toppled over or whether they were snapped or uprooted. The direction in which the debris is falling also tells us clues into whether there was rotation ongoing at the surface, and based on that, we did see some evidence of rotation, especially as you can see these trees behind me that were toppled from the south to the north. The circulation likely passed just north of where we're standing on Bridge Road, and that inflow into the tornado would have been strongest out of the south, and that's what would have caused these trees to topple from south to north.
And back here live now, another good look at these trees and the amazing amount of damage that was done here along Bridge Road. The National Weather Service is still on scene. They tell me that sometime later tonight they'll be able to put out a full report where they'll be able to say where this tornado started, where it first touched down, and then eventually where it took off again and no longer caused any damage. But it went all the way to Jupiter Island, I'm told, and then a little bit south from there. The good news throughout all of this is there have been no reports of any injuries. That is the very latest, reporting live from Hobe Sound. Ari Height, WPBF 25 News.
You could hear the roar of the wind. More video in the Hobe Sound area. Wind, rain, powerful gusts, creating very dangerous conditions throughout the day. And that's where we find our Angela Rozier with a closer look at the damage. Ange?
I can tell you it was a crazy morning for some of the people who were inside this shopping center when that now confirmed tornado caused this damage you see behind me, still down trees and moving its way along Bridge Road, causing destruction in its path. Now this shopping center, this is some video, cell phone video shared with us, one of the workers here at the shopping center. You can see the heavy rain and the wind as that storm made its way down Bridge Road here in Hobe Sound. Now an early learning center also in the path. The playground was completely destroyed, the windows smashed, as about 125 kids ages 1 through 5 hid in their safe place.
So we all got the tornado warning alerts. So we got on our announcements and notified all the classrooms that we were under tornado warning and to go to your designated areas. So the classes in here and on this row, they all went into the closet behind you. And then the classrooms over on the other end of the school, they went into the hallway. Based on the alert that we got about a 5-minute warning. So everyone was able to get to their spots in time, and then all of a sudden it came.
Now, no one was injured. One administrator who is expecting, well, she fell while helping the kids. She was told by her doctor that she should get checked out at the hospital just as a precaution. Again, parents were alerted about what happened. They came, picked up their kids. The center will be closed for the rest of the week. Reporting live in Hobe Sound, Angela Rozier, WPBF 25 News.
Some scary moments there for sure. Let's continue our team coverage now with investigative reporter Terry Parker, who's live for us in West Palm Beach.
And Terry, you are driving north on I-95. What are the conditions like right now?
Well, we've come quite a bit further north than where I was the last time I reported an hour ago. Then we were in Delray Beach. Now we're just leaving West Palm, heading into Riviera. And yes, it's still slightly raining. It's gray. There's a lot of moisture being thrown up by the cars, but it's not nearly as bad as what we experienced heading south into Boca Raton. It was almost hard to see down there. Traffic was backed up, and further down in Broward County, I-95 was actually closed down southbound at Oakland Park Boulevard. So we've been from Palm Beach Gardens. We went all the way down to Boca Raton, turned around, came back, had a good look at these roads. It's a mess. It's just really hard to drive in these conditions. But I haven't seen any wrecks, which is a good thing, and no localized flooding on I-95, nor Military Trail, nor US-1. We did see some heavily watered parking lots, but nothing very concerning. In fact, not even any backups on I-95 since we've been driving here through rush hour. I will say, if you'll notice, there doesn't seem to be that many cars for rush hour right now on 95. So I think a lot of people took a look outside. Maybe they were watching our traffic reports and said, we're going to either leave early, get home, or just not go out at all, which might be a good thing to think about right now because it's been kind of wild going up and down the road with all this unrelenting rain all day long since we first got up and went to work. I'm going to send it back to you guys now.
All right, Terry, thank you. Well, this wet weather can be extremely dangerous for drivers. We continue our team coverage with traffic anchor Yasmin Julmus. And Yasmin, which areas should drivers avoid tonight?
Tiffany, I'd certainly say Broward County. Let's actually start off with a live look at I-95 in Broward County right now. If we can take a look at I-95 near Cypress Creek Road. Take a look at this, just standstill traffic, cars pulled over to the shoulder, people merging and switching lanes, likely trying to avoid some other stop and go traffic farther down. And this is again heading southbound. That trend continues. Let's take another look at another I-95 camera. Here it is near Sunrise Boulevard. You typically don't see this blank stare of I-95 heading southbound, especially at this hour, and it's because it is closed. We're seeing closures all throughout I-95 heading southbound, starting at Atlantic Boulevard. I can show you my map for a different perspective of this. You're looking at about an impact of 17 miles long as you are leaving South County, Boca Raton, and traveling into northern Broward County. We're seeing slowdowns on the turnpike as well, but as Chris has been reporting today, the National Weather Service saying that there is life-threatening flooding in Broward County and in Miami-Dade County right now. So if you can avoid the roadways, I know it's not always easy to. We have things that we have to tend to. Try to avoid it if you can. Taking a look at I-95 near 10th Avenue, seeing some moderate slowdowns, kind of mirroring what we saw with Terry in the car right there with Tim. Steady traffic as you're moving along. Sometimes the silver lining, if there is any, is that this type of weather typically forces people to slow down on the roadways. Taking a look at Bridge Road in Hobe Sound, where we saw our Ari Heights and Angelo Rozier talking about all of that damage, that devastation to that beautiful row of trees. You cannot access Jupiter Island, so what I've been advising today is to just use Indiantown Road to A1A and then to Beach Road to go northbound and re-enter it there. Now, as Chris mentioned, a lot of rain going to continue to come down, impacting already saturated roads. So if you're traveling near a roadway and you're not sure if it's passable or not, just make sure that you turn around and don't drown. Back to you.